it's kind of like how long is a piece of string.
Of course.
So we've got a massive roster going all the way up into the multi-millions of followers.
Wow.
And you can charge additional based on how busy they are. How long's the exclusivity? Like if you're going to go to a food creator and be like, right, I don't know, McVitie's want to work with you, but they want exclusivity for 12 months. Well, if they're a food creator and they can't work with any other biscuit brands, that's obviously going to be higher than if you go to a gym creator and offer them the same exclusivity. It's going to fluctuate because it's like, how much interest are they getting from competitors?
Yeah.
You're then going to have to cover that 12 months of saying no to other brands.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Especially once you know that the content's going to pop off as well.
Yeah.
Everyone else wants to jump on the bandwagon. You work with one biscuit brand, then all the other ones are going to roll in as well.
Hey people, welcome back to the Bread and Butter podcast. You're here with myself, Tayo.
And myself, E-Man.
And we have a special guest in the building today. We have Safiyah from
Hello.
Connect Management. How you doing?
I'm really good, thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Apparently, this is your first ever podcast.
First ever.
Welcome. Well, we've got you on here.
You're in safe hands.
You're in safe hands.
You're
We're
good.
good people,
You're
man. We're
relaxed.
good people. We connected through a mutual friend of ours, Andre Spence. Big up, Andre.
Has Andre even been on the pod?
I was thinking that
You
when
need to get him on.
Andre's
He's
gonna
incredible.
come on. Andre's gonna come on.
Yes,
It sounds
come
bad.
on.
Andre
Yeah.
should have been on. Andre's gonna come on. Don't worry, we'll get Andre on. innit? You know what I'm trying to say? We'll book out the whole day.
Hold it. Anyway, you
You'll
know,
need it. You'll need it.
you're not Andre.
Book out
You
the
know
whole
how he
day.
is.
I might even come late. Let him do the first half.
Come
I'll
on.
tag him in. You know what I'm trying to say?
yeah.
We'll book out the whole day. We met through a mutual friend and spoke about the amazing work that you do. So I think it's a great time to ask what we always ask all of our guests. What is your bread and butter? Which basically means, what do you do on a day-to-day?
My bread and butter is content creators. So I am a director at Connect Management, which is the UK. Oh, can I go again?
Yeah, just say it. I'll mess up my words too. It's cool.
Okay, cool. So I'm a director at Connect Management, which is the UK's largest social first agency. And that means that we've got over 180 main roster talent who are incredible from all different walks of life and backgrounds. I manage about 10 personally, but the way that the roster works means we can work with everyone, which is incredible. So no 2 days are the same.
Yeah.
I also came to our incredible founder about a year ago saying that obviously we've got such a massive roster of people from all walks of life. Can we look at starting to advocate for them and having those conversations, and also seeing how we can integrate it into the brands that we're working with as well. So it filtering further than just the talent, it's also going through to the team in terms of, hiring, ensuring that that's diverse, the roster, who needs to be on the radar, but then also working with brands and being like, no, these are people that you need to also look at. And it's fine if your FYP is mostly people that look like you, and that means that you're missing out on other communities, but we're also here to help you see who you're missing out on and get them on those campaigns too, to make sure that you're speaking to all the communities, not just one.
That's amazing. I'm going to ask you a question. This question might come as a bit of a shock to you.
Go on.
With your role, there's a reason why I'm asking this, which you'll see straight after. With your role, do you see as a career, can you see yourself in that role for 10 years? For
Absolutely.
example? Okay, so I'm going to address our audience now. Some people are still out there asking, is the influencer thing going to end soon? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Is it going to end in 2 years? These times we have whole businesses that are there to serve the influencer market, and they believe that their career is going to be existent. And I believe that their career is going to exist in 10, 20 years, basically. So if you're still asking yourself, is the influencers, the creative thing going to last, then you're bluffing. And Iman and I are strongly of the opinion that there's going to be more and more people being creators. So if you are someone who's kind of thinking, should I do it, letting 1 year pass, letting another year pass, then just have at it. Please do, because at some point, I feel like nearly everybody is going to become some kind of creator.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing it now. Like I was watching Netflix the other day. I'm seeing KSI's show on Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say.
So the old school media
Mm-hmm.
is now buying into the new school media.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Jake Paul fighting Tank Davis.
Yeah.
This is a world champion boxer, a real
Yeah.
world title holding boxer fighting a social media individual.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show that like social media is media now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
it's the media that we consume. It's
Influencers are becoming the new celebrity.
Literally.
Like Inside is a great example of it. You've got Molly May, who's bought out her few series of her reality TV show.
Yeah.
You've got Secret Lives of Mormon Wives on Disney Plus. You've got Jamie Lang and Sophie Habu, who have just announced that they've got a series coming out on Disney Plus as well. It's like they're almost merging. There's no end to it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So let's speak about Connect Management as a whole. Like you said, there's 180 talent at a talent exclusive with Connect Management.
Yeah.
Do you work with talent outside Connect Management? How does it kind of work?
So we have exclusive, like the 180 are exclusive, but sometimes we do work non-exclusively as well, where we've just got really good relationships with creators, but maybe they don't want to take the leap and be signed off. We respect that too. Do you know what I mean? So it's nice. Our terms are that in terms of even creators that we've got on our roster officially with us, we want you to be happy. A lot of creators, when they come to us, I've heard it all. I've heard all the horror stories, like
what?
from like previous management, where it's like they're stuck in contracts for an additional 3 months with that management, or for the next year they have to give a percentage of whatever they make with the new management to the old management. Like, it's insane.
Double tax.
Yeah, literally, we've heard it all. But like, our terms are, if you don't want to be here, let us know. We see out whatever we're working on. We shake hands, no hard feelings. That's it.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. It should be an industry norm. So for me, obviously, I've come from a PR background, and my first introduction into like talent management was Connect. So when I was hearing these stories, I was like, what? Like, can you imagine that for like your 9 to 5? Like, actually, we're going to take 10% of your salary for the next year.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, it's wild.
It's for nothing.
So it's just kind of trying to keep that fair, I think.
And like, what's your background? Like, how do you? I know you said you worked in PR. How do you even get? What did you start in? Like, where did you go uni? How did you get to where you are today?
Yeah, because you're a director there, right?
Like, that's a
How long
big
have
deal.
you been a director there?
That's been within the last 6 months.
Oh, amazing! Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
And you look young.
I'm 27.
You see?
Hi.
So how many directors are there at 27? And this is not like, like in the bank, everyone's vice president and all that.
Yeah.
No, this is real. This is a real director. Like,
They're the
in the bank, everyone's
AVP.
like,
AVP is the big one.
everyone.
Assistant vice president. Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
So it started off in sixth form, actually. So I always knew that, like, I went to a school that was very like, you're going to go into banking or science, or that was never my bag. Like, I used to have panic attacks in maths exams. Like, I was not that person, and I knew that.
Yeah.
I always loved media. I loved the creative side.
Yeah.
And we had a really renowned PR come in to do a talk, and that was the first time we'd had someone that wasn't from like a traditional background. So I was like, okay. I was listening. She was talking about how she built a bit of an empire within the beauty world.
Wow.
And my ears pricked up because I always loved all the beauty stuff. And then after her talk, I thought, I've got nothing to lose. I was in, I think, my final year of sixth form. I thought, I've got nothing to do this summer. Let me just ask if I can intern.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah,
You
sure.
asked her, yeah?
Yeah.
So you kept her details and asked her?
Yeah. And then
nice.
I emailed her, and she was like, yep, sure, fine. Worked with her all summer. Helped her basically launch a massive brand.
Was that free or paid?
That was paid.
Okay.
I didn't even expect it to be. I was like, I will do whatever you need me to do. Like, just working in her shadow was enough for me. But she offered for it to be paid, and we literally worked from her house, launched the brand. And then I started university, did multimedia journalism at South Bank University. My mum had me working like a dog, doing internships every Christmas break, Easter break, summer break. I was interning somewhere.
Yeah.
Built loads of relationships. there was one agency where I would go back year on year just because I loved working with them, and I knew that I didn't have time for a full-time job, but it was amazing to just get to work with them, be within the space, get my name out there as well. And by the time I'd graduated, or no, just before I'd graduated, I'd secured a job at one of the largest PR firms, Edelman. And that was working under the Unilever team with Tresemme. Yeah.
Tresemme, you know.
That's how you started.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that was more to do with your networking and connections, or was that more to do with the qualifications or the uni you went to? What do you think led to that opportunity?
I don't think it had anything to do with uni.
Wow.
And
Very interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, I personally feel like if I was doing what I was doing outside of uni anyway, I would still be where I am today.
So you mentioned doing what you were doing, right? And you did a few things that are outside of like the norm. And today you're a director at 27. Would you say that like to be successful, you have to have that dog in you a little bit? Like you need to go out of your way, because a lot of people wouldn't message that person for an intern. It's too like, they might say no.
It's embarrassing. Yeah,
It's embarrassing.
Imagine if they say no.
Imagine
like,
if they said, imagine if they don't
Yeah.
respond. How would I feel? A few people message 10 people before the 11th says yes. A few people message 100 before the 101th said yes. 101st. I said 101th. Oh,
101th
is insane.
It's actually wild.
They might make that the title of the episode. 101th.
101th.
But a lot of the things you're saying is in line with a lot of people that come on this podcast, especially when it comes to the working for free thing, because you said you've done multiple internships. Do you think all of those things are necessary in order for you to kind of like be successful?
I think so.
Yeah.
Build a name for yourself. As far as I'm concerned, if you're not going to do it, someone else will.
Yeah.
So why not you?
Yeah.
Like, I think you've got to take a chance, or else you're going to watch someone else do it and you're going to be bitter. You can't sit there and be bitter if you didn't take the leap.
Yeah.
At least if it does fail, you can say that you tried. That's not embarrassing to say that you tried. I don't think.
Yeah,
I love that.
absolutely. Can you, just a little bit of insight from yourself, could you help people break down the difference between PR and marketing?
Ooh, okay. So I think PR is more based on press coverage.
Yeah.
So they're similar because marketing and PR, you're still looking after brands.
Yeah, of course.
You know? So that's the similarity, but I think that's kind of where it stops. PR targets press, marketing targets people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a great way to put
Yeah.
it.
Love that. Yeah.
Great way to put it. Because I think that as a creator myself, I can only speak for myself. I love PR campaigns, right? Do you know why? Because there's no like real. It's just for what it looks like. There's no like real tangible. Like they're not looking at like.
No,
the
it's
clicks
wonderful.
and-
Yeah.
It's so, like you say, it's so different. When you
Yeah.
So different.
when you do PR, you're in the newspaper, you're doing a radio interview. It is what it is. You
what
just
it is,
deliver,
yeah.
and
It's
that's
just
it.
for
Yeah.
what it looks like.
Yeah,
Right?
When
yeah.
you do social media, they
Oh,
want
when
to know
you
your
bucket, they
how
wanna
many
know-
how many
What
people-
time?
All
You
the
posted at
analytics.
9:05. When was it before the 9? Like,
the
it's
captions
so
gotta be
granular.
correct,
Uh-huh.
everything like it's
Yeah.
it's mad. Yeah.
So, being part of an agency, right? This is where we want to kind of help our audience for those that are creators are getting started. What sort of things should people be thinking about doing to stand out? What does it take?
Well, when they're starting out or just generally?
When they're starting out and just generally, because I want to spend some time talking about micro influencers, which will probably be relative to a lot of the people listening. I want to hear about macro too, because we want to hear some of the numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But micro influencers is something that's becoming more and more popular. It's something that people didn't believe in, but it's something that you could be super successful in. Like people are making a living
Yeah.
being a micro influencer. But just in general, like what are some of the things that people need to think about in today's age of being a creator?
I think people need to realize how switched on their audiences are.
Okay.
So if you're creating content that you don't enjoy,
Yeah.
not only are you going to stop creating it within a few months, no one's going to enjoy it. If you're not enjoying it, how are you going to convince someone else to?
Yeah.
You know, I think it's important to create content that you would want to see.
Yeah.
Where's the gap? What is missing? Because if you'd want to watch it, there's people that probably would want to also, and it means that there is a gap.
Yeah.
Fill it.
Yeah.
Like, it's finding those interests. And then also, I love having, like, something that we have at Connect is pillars. So your content pillars. So it's anywhere between like 3 to 5. What are those focuses? Is it fashion? Is it beauty? Is it finance? Is it food? Like, but have clear like standouts so that people know what they're following you for.
Yeah.
It's about thinking about that consumer journey.
Yeah.
So when someone comes onto your page, are they going to have a clear idea when they're looking at that grid of what you're about?
Yeah.
I think that's important. Setting that image, communicate, respond, especially while you're building your audience. Respond to the comments. You're not too good. No one's too good for it.
Everybody wants to be a superstar on day
Yeah,
one.
just respond.
Yeah. What's wrong with it?
Because the ones that are following you at the start are the ones that are going to be following you at the end. And when you're deciding, you know, that you want to move outside of just social and you want to launch a product, they're the ones that are going to be buying it because they've been along for the whole ride.
Yes.
Respond to them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
facts.
mean? Like, build that community.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that's super, super important for people to hear, because I know Eman will have it as well, but there's certain people that are loyal in the comments. They're on every comments, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? All right, let's look at, I'm gonna go from macro to micro influencers, but let's start off with like your core business at Connect Management. As this is the bread and butter podcast, we focus on the numbers to a certain extent. So what sort of numbers are actually influencers actually making? Because I guess that for the people that aren't in the influencer world, like for example, we always give the example that, bro, if I was to tell my relatives in Nigeria that I was an influencer, if I was solely an influencer, if I told them I was an influencer, like they'll be like, bro, like, is things that you like? Do you need help? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, how are you going to support your family like that, innit? So what are the numbers like for influencers? Tell us what.
For micros?
Yeah, no, for macro first of all. So
macro.
your normal clients before you did the like micro arm in it. What sort of followers do they have? What sort of income can they make? And what do the deals kind of look like?
So it's kind of like how long is a piece of string.
Of course.
So we've got a massive roster going all the way up into the multi-millions of followers.
Wow.
And you can charge additional based on how busy they are. How long's the exclusivity? Like if you're going to go to a food creator and be like, right, I don't know, McVitie's want to work with you, but they want exclusivity for 12 months. Well, if they're a food creator and they can't work with any other biscuit brands, that's obviously going to be higher than if you go to a gym creator and offer them the same exclusivity. It's going to fluctuate because it's like, how much interest are they getting from competitors? You're then going to have to cover that 12 months of saying no to other brands.
Absolutely.
Especially once you know that the content's going to pop off as well. With
Yeah.
McVitie's. Everyone else wants to jump on the bandwagon. You work with one biscuit brand, then all the other ones are going to roll in as well.
Yeah.
So that exclusivity, that usage, where's it going? How much spend are they putting behind it?
Yeah.
You know, you have to really so whenever we're going back in terms of rates, we'll individualize each point. Usage, exclusivity, all of it, because they're all different charges for all different things.
Yeah.
And then obviously you have the deliverable fee. So it's like sometimes with usage, it can double the fee of what the deliverable itself is.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a market that is not only doing well but growing in terms of budget.
Yeah.
Okay.
For our creators, for the marketers that are working in the industry as well, for the new roles that are popping up within the marketing industry as well. So yeah, it's definitely very well paid.
How does someone go about like approaching you guys or wanting to become on that roster? Because I'm an influencer, they've been doing content for a little while. They get their first 1 million views and they're like, yeah, I need an agent. It doesn't really work like that.
No.
Please explain, how does it work? How do you guys decide who you work with, who you don't work with, where someone is to sign and not to sign? If I'm thinking about, okay, I want some representation because I've now got people messaging me to do stuff. How do I know that my level's enough to approach someone like yourself?
So lots of people have that classic boom moment where it's like, oh my God, we're viral overnight. This is it. And I think for us, it's like, usually, we're all chronically online as managers. I myself, even though I've got a full roster personally, I've got a team and I know some of them have capacity, and if my individual team don't have capacity, there's another manager in the office that's going to have capacity. So we're all chronically online. So if it's gone viral, we've probably seen it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then we will be monitoring it. We'll be keeping an eye on, are you keeping content going? Are you trying to make it work? What are people saying? Because everyone can have the big moment.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But it's what you do about it.
Because let's be honest, most time the big one is by accident. It was that piece of content that you didn't
Oh,
even really want to do
throwaway.
it. You just want to just say,
Yeah.
I've got no content. Let me just quickly do, and then all of a sudden,
blows up.
So no, go on.
Yeah. So I think for us, we're monitoring it anyway.
Yeah.
A lot of it's through Instagram for us, and that's us DMing talent DMing us. Like, it works both ways. But if a creator gets in touch with us, just tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah.
We'll have a look. If we think it's worth a conversation, we'll be like, let's hop on a call, let's see what's going on.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a discussion what your goals are. You have to have an idea of where it is you want to go.
Yeah.
Like, I have had so many conversations, and like, I find it just as jarring probably as the creator does when I have to say no because they don't know where they want to go.
Yeah.
My job is to support you once I know where it is you want to be and help you build.
Yeah.
I'm not here to rebrand you, reshape you. Any manager that's doing that doesn't have your best interest at heart. Because there's a reason why you've got that following. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think things have changed a lot, right? Because once upon a time, there wasn't that much money in being a creator, right? Now it's evident that there's huge amounts of money in being a creator. How do you respond to people's goals being purely monetary? Is that a con, or in this day and age where it is a business, is that fine so long as they're quite authentic with their content and quite true to the content that they're making?
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with calling that out and being like, yeah, sure, fine, okay. But I think in terms of accepting the brand deals and the content that's going to come out of it, it still needs to align with what you're interested in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or else it's not going to perform well anyway.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think it's like people want to be a doctor. A lot of them want to be a doctor because it's highly paid.
Exactly.
People want to be lawyers. A lot of the time they want to be lawyers because it's highly paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I get to help people, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I want to make money. Like, you know what I mean?
Stop you go from getting jail, but making bread along the way.
Like, you know what I mean? So I don't think we should. I don't think, like you said, that being an influencer, if you want to make money being an influencer, that you shouldn't feel guilty or feel bad.
Yeah.
It's when you're now choosing things that maybe don't suit your audience, or you're not doing the research. I think we have to be careful what we put our names to.
Yeah.
We have to. Because people are going to take you at your word, you have to do the due diligence to make sure that these companies are viable, that they're not just here to rip people off. They're not just like, you can't just be chasing money and forget about your audience.
Yeah, and also, not only are they a reflection of themselves, but they're a reflection of us too. Once you sign exclusively with us, you're a reflection of us too. So
Absolutely.
If you come in and you're like, yeah, I want to make the money, and then your content is days and days late, and you know, I'm chasing and I can't even get an update to tell the client. You're making me look bad. You're making yourself look bad. You're burning bridges. And like, for me, I think that's why I have a really nice relationship with my talent, where it's like, we are friends, but when we need to lock in, we lock in. And if you're late on something and I have to tell you off, I'm doing it with love because I want you to do well. And you look bad right now.
Yeah. Do you know what you said just reminded me of people that are artist managers as well. Because a lot of it is based on your relationship with the artist. Like, when you need to get hold of them, can you maybe get hold of? Because you know how bad it is telling a company, like, the company's asking for something, you can't get hold of your talent.
It's
like,
so embarrassing.
It's insane.
It's so embarrassing.
Exactly.
Don't know where they are, man.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you.
What are you saying?
He's in the wind.
That's actually mad. It's
He's in the wind, like, right.
But equally, like, and sometimes I'll say it to them, like, I have just as good relationships with my clients as I do with my talents.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I've run loads of campaigns with this client. They know it's not me. Sort it out. You look bad.
Yeah. People is so important, and I think that's one of the benefits about having a manager as well, because you get to build different relationships. I remember there was obviously this is with a lot of deals that you do, but I remember I had a deal with a home builder. A lot of aggressive negotiation around the fee. But when I arrive, I'm not involved in that. So when I arrive, I'm just being friends with the clients. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm oblivious to it. Do you know what I mean? And you get to build those relationships. I think when you think about a client, you think about the company itself, but the individuals that are decision makers, it's so important to have good relationships with them.
For sure.
I'm going to go into something that's going to get a bit nitty gritty with what you do. So I'm going to tap into your expertise. So let's just say that we have a fictionary person that works in, let's just say beauty, right? And Vaseline wants to collaborate with them. Vaseline has said that, all right, we want one reel. Can you quote us for a reel? Quite a lot of time in the business, what people do is that they suggest other things that you can bolt onto it to kind of increase the fee.
Yeah.
What's some of the things that a creator could consider? Because some people, when they get into creation, they think that you can only get paid for a reel or a post, innit?
Yeah.
What's some of the things that can be added like to that to kind of bolster that?
So if they want a reel, do they want it reposted to TikTok? Same, it's the same
Perfect,
content.
repurpose.
Yeah, might as well.
No extra.
Get it across.
That's a gem already.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
That's another one. Pop that on there. YouTube is starting to go up as well. So pop it on YouTube in terms of engagement. That'll probably do quite well.
Yeah.
Stories, they're your best friend.
Yeah.
Easy. If we want to sustain some momentum, get some stories a bit further down the line as well, especially if it's a product that's like 3 weeks, improvement in 3 weeks. Let's see it in 3 weeks then.
Yeah, I haven't thought about that, stories there and then when you post, but also tell them like, let's do some down the line as well.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Show you're actually using it. Do you know what I mean?
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
that's sick. That's cold. A lot of people don't understand to the extent that usage and exclusivity can increase your fee as well. And we've spoken about that very briefly. I remember the episode we spoke about that. It was probably over a year ago with Adrian and Tara Thorpe, right?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
They're great.
So yeah, give us some insights on like exclusivity and usage, what they're actually paying for. Like when I learned about it, it made me very, very hyper aware about it. So when I see ads online, and I see it bare, I'm just thinking that bag was heavy.
Yeah.
The YouTube ads, I'm seeing it bare times.
Trust
Right?
me.
I'm just thinking that bag was heavy. So yeah.
I mean, I think being PR background, obviously, I was sending offers out before, and now I'm on the other side, accepting or rejecting the offers.
Yeah.
So
can I stop you on there? Because obviously we love numbers. What sort of numbers? Because I know PR firms got bank as well. So what sort of numbers for like what sort of work were you sending out?
It kind of fluctuated. So it might be one-off deals, or it could be year-long ambassadorships.
What does year-long ambassadorships look like typically for someone that a PR firm wants to engage?
It depends, because are they working with micros? Are they working with celebrity level talent? Like it can honestly
I
be.
think that we want to hear about micros, innit?
That's more our audience.
Our audience, yeah. So for a micro, a year-long ambassadorship, what could it range between? Like, what have you seen? Top end and bottom end?
I mean, it depends on like there's so many variables, like engagement. It's hard to actually quantify it.
Yeah.
But I think that you can make a decent salary off of it, and I think one of the more important things, especially for a micros, is what's the payment terms. You get it paid every quarter, especially for a year-long ambassadorship, because you don't want to feel like you're working for free for 365 days until you get paid. Do you know what I mean? So is it quarterly? Is it monthly? Like, is it 50% upfront?
Yeah.
Like, how does it
look?
Work? So yeah, it kind of varies, but I think that you can.
Is
get
it possible for a micro influencer to do 50,000, 100,000, 250,000?
I mean, yeah, but again, it depends on what it
is. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard because it's like, what's the
I think also it's the sector, right? So like for example, we work in finance, so we're lucky that although most finance content, the followings are not necessarily huge, but because they've got the finance following, the
it's
payments
such
are
a niche.
that the payments are much higher. So when I see some of my other people that do lifestyle and so forth,
or like fashion's got a rep for not being as paid as
well,
high.
Yeah, exactly. So like whereas like
unless you're like celeb, innit?
Yeah, whereas finance the pay is very good for what you're doing in comparison. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then normally there's a product behind it which people are gonna where they're gonna make money from.
Where they're gonna make money from. The cost of marketing is more.
Yeah,
exactly.
affiliates as well.
Affiliates is amazing as well.
Yeah.
And that's something that micro influencers don't do enough is affiliates. They always want that money up front. But actually, if you believe in what you're selling, then having a link that every time someone you're making money in your sleep.
But equally looking at like, because sometimes even with big talent, we get offers for affiliates, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm like, that's still time that's being put in. So
Yeah, of
can we
course.
look at reducing the affiliate percentage and still getting some sort of flat fee?
Yeah.
So that's an option too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There's so many ways that you can look at it, I guess, right? So we spoke, and you spoke about the fact that you went to your director and spoke about you mentioned at the beginning
Of
about
Benji, the founder.
yeah, Benji the founder, sorry, and spoke about underrepresented talent to a certain extent, right? What prompted you to do that, and what are your goals around that effectively, and what have you been able to achieve?
So my whole career have just worked in industries that have felt like the only black person in the room. And there just hasn't been as much representation. And obviously, since starting to where I am now, amazing agencies have come out, that focus on that, which is a really incredible thing. But obviously, there's still so much work to do in an industry that goes so far back. And so I'd been like having conversation with talents, and like they'd been speaking about like the importance of having a black manager and just like understanding them a little bit more and understanding things. Like I've had a creator working on a hair care brand, and then she's like Saf, I'm going on holiday, I'm getting my braids put in, like, and a brand asking, can she take them out? I'm like,
she said,
no, but you would, but another one wouldn't
Like,
understand what that
exactly.
means.
You know what I
and,
mean?
Like, doesn't
exactly,
understand
no
the
one,
words they're
not
taking.
to
It's
fight your
things
corner,
like-
like,
Yeah.
I understand that.
and before I didn't even have to message the talent. I was like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She's not spending the time or wasting that money to
Yeah.
take them out. Do you know what I mean? But like understanding things like that. And so it's just having conversations with the talent and making them feel advocated. And actually, like, I just loved my talents beforehand because I was like, oh my God, that's so similar to me. Or like I took influence as a consumer for my creators. Like that's what drew me to them. But I had never realized that one of the points on why they picked me was also because of the representation that they were getting. And so about a year ago I took it to Benji, who is absolutely incredible. Like he's the best founder, like so involved in the company, comes in every day, speaks to everyone. You could tell him that you're going somewhere at the weekend and he'll ask you on Monday how it was, and I remember being so nervous going up to him and being like, oh, this is taking a bit of a leap, like and I was like, look, we're a massive agency. I would love to really lead on the DE&I arm of the company, whether that's panels, whether that's lunch and learns, like whether that's just chatting to talent and being the person that they can go to for like our diverse creators. That's who I want to be. And like in my old job prior to Connect, it was all about culture-led campaigns. So like I'd had a taster for it, and I really wanted to move it talent management side. And Benji was like, yeah, absolutely, what do you need from me? Like no questions asked, like had complete faith. He was like, I think that's an incredible idea. And the reason why we've been able to do loads is because he's literally let me run with it. He's been incredible. He's said, if you need anything, you just let me know what it is and we'll make it happen. Otherwise, go ahead. So some of the stuff that we're doing is last year we had our first Black History Month panel,
Amazing.
which was fantastic. We had 5 of our creators, including Monica Marker, who's like a fabulous family creator with her incredible, lovely children, Sandro Farmhouse, who was on Great British Bake Off, Shay Classic, Shay Classic, who is the Minister of Enjoyment, self-proclaimed, called by everyone. And it was really, really interesting. And also the response and the turnout that we had from this first event. So I went to Benji in September. We did Black History Month in October. And we angled it like reasons why you should be working with Black creators for more than just Black History Month. Why it should be all throughout the year. It shouldn't just be October. And we'd set out like, I think, an hour and a half So like an hour of talking, 30 minutes of questions, and we'd done it all through a QR code, and we were literally scrolling from just how many questions all these clients, these agencies,
Crazy.
these brands had of like, what can we be doing? Is there anything that you think that we could be doing better as a brand? Like they
Yeah.
wanted to know. Brands want to have the opportunity to speak to creators directly.
Yeah.
And we opened the floor for that to happen.
That's amazing.
So that was like a really good kind of example of us starting out and showing what we're doing, but also that we will be the ones to have those conversations and kind of finding that fine line to make sure it's not feeling like a telling off, like you're not doing. No, it's an education session.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with the fact that you don't know if you're open to learning. So it's just having that kind of open floor. And we did advertising week earlier this year as well, which has been fantastic. We brought Andre in as like a mentor for me and some of the other managers as well, in terms of networking, in terms of bringing new people in as well. We actually signed, so I did a panel with Shay and Monique at advertising week, and one of the girls had come up, so it was part of Global Purpose afterwards. So she'd come from Global Purpose, and she'd sat in the crowd, listened to the talk, and I remember talking to her for about half an hour, just thinking this girl's incredible. And she's actually she's at Connect now.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. So it's diversity within the team has also been going up as well, which is really nice. Like seeing the photos, and it's like, oh, like there we go, we've got a bit of colour. Like it's nice. It's like evolving, and I think as one of the largest agencies, we have an example to set.
Yes, absolutely. And these things are about impacts as well, the impacts and the lasting impact that you can leave. And I think that the industry is changing, and people would be remiss to ignore that. So the work that you're doing is amazing. I always say that like the little bits that we do to chip away help the culture as a whole, right? Everybody's playing their part.
Yeah.
And I think that that's why we need to be each other's biggest cheerleaders as well.
Absolutely.
I always say stuff, even from E-Man doing the news on One Extra the other day, or even when I see, who did I see doing an advert with like a biscuit brand or someone like that? I think it was Ian Wright or Jermaine Defoe or someone like that. Like all of these things, they all help, right? Because it shows, it breaks it down, it chips away and just makes an opportunity for the rest of us. So
absolutely.
I think that not only is the work that you're doing amazing, it needs to be amplified, and that's why we wanted to get you on here. So thank you for sharing that.
No, yeah, I think it's important. I think it's so important. Like, even when I think about one of the things I think, especially for black talent, and the biggest fear, and this is why you want to have people that you can really trust, is that I just always feel we're getting underpaid, and you always feel like, is this person really getting me the best deal, or are they just thinking they can get us for cheap? And it's like, actually, when like, obviously we got the same agent in regards to Sam, and one thing I know I love about Sam is that she always makes sure that we get the same, when they quote, it's exactly the same as if it was white talent, because unfortunately there's natural biases, right? And like naturally, if someone, you have a lot of respect for certain people that look like you, that you relate to, you want to pay them. Do you know what I mean? And then you might have other people that you maybe don't relate to as much, but feel like they fit with the brand, but you feel like you can get them for cheaper. And it's historically that black talent, you normally get paid 30-40% less than white talent. So having someone like yourself that can represent us and make sure, like, if you was my agent, I'd be so much more confident. Like, okay, I know you're out here getting the best, but it shouldn't have to be on your head. Like, that's a lot of pressure. Like, do you know what I mean?
Because the thing is as well, like, sometimes it's so clear when it's like, say it's 10 talent for a campaign, right? We've got 9. Oh no, it's not diverse. Right, okay, who can we scramble to get? We got a pack of gum and 5 pence. Like, it's like, no. Like, I can see that you're scraping the bottom of the barrel, but you're not going to do it with my talent. Do it because my talent's content is good. Do it because it aligns with your brands. Like, I've had campaigns where we've had creators so excited to work with brands, they work with them, and then you can see so clearly that they're not working with that creator because they like their content style.
Yeah.
They're working with them just to get their brand on that page.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nobody's winning, because now the creator feels like their content isn't good enough because they're sending over concepts and it's all just getting rejected, and you've had all these amends for one. Two, they're gonna have like the brand content isn't gonna perform well.
That's the thing for me.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like, don't come to me and say when we have the meeting, you told me,
want it to be
E-man,
you."
I love your content. I just want you to do you and be you. Then I send a video that my audience obviously will react to.
And they're like, don't do that.
Like, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
And then change it up. And then when it doesn't perform,
It won't perform, by the way.
Exactly. It's
It
not
won't
gonna.
perform.
I will say it to them.
It won't
I'm
perform.
like, this is so far away from what the creator's content looks like. It's
Yeah.
not gonna do well. And they're like, Saf, why do you think this didn't do well?
well,
Why do you think?
Yeah.
yeah.
They know.
I tried to tell you.
Yeah, they know. But yeah, like Iman said, I think that not only is it what you're advocating for, the expertise as well.
Yeah.
We always say Iman and I are so big on education. You've got the education. You know what someone should be paid for this. You could gauge that, this doesn't look right. You know what I'm trying to say?
100%.
This doesn't look right.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to have someone like that fight in your corner. So yeah, thank you for sharing those gems with us.
Okay.
One thing we always ask people on the podcast is, what is the W and the L of your
Before
journey?
you finish, I need to find out about the fact you're a black female director. Like, what is that like? Because I'm sure you're probably still walking into rooms
Yeah, absolutely.
and you're the only one.
Yeah.
Or they probably think you're talent rather than thinking you're not just the manager, you're a director of the company.
Yeah.
Like, how do you
Absolutely.
navigate this on? Because there are people like right now that are watching. A lot of our audience are in corporate, and in corporate world, especially when you get to certain levels, it can feel quite lonely. Like, how do you go about that? How do you get over that? Someone might offend you? They don't mean to offend you, but how do you deal with it? Because you're a director now, you represent a whole company everywhere you go.
Yeah. I think it's about making your presence count. Use being the only black person in the room use it to an advantage.
Yeah.
Make them remember you. I think, like, use that to your advantage. If you're in a room full of 50 people and there's one black person, they're going to remember you for your looks, so they might as well remember you for your talent.
Ooh, that was fire.
You know?
Yeesh.
That was fire.
Like, it makes more sense. So, like, I've had loads of instances where I've gone into environments and I've been the only black person. I'm like, okay, let's put on a show then. Let's do it. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just use it.
Yeah.
And like, if you see another black person in the room, become friends with them, because, you know, it's just the two of you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, I think it's flipping it to a positive. If someone offends you, just restructure it, educate them in a nice, like, just twist it ever so slightly to show them the right way to say that sentence. But it doesn't need to be a big thing, especially because 9 times out of 10 they don't mean to offend you.
Yeah.
So you don't want to make them feel uncomfortable for them accidentally offending you. So it's just like that slight twist to make it more clear, or put it on the right path.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, no, it's needed. I know, because the people at home,
Yeah,
they
of course.
need to hear that. They need to hear that.
We always ask people what the W and the L of their journey is, what the cream and the crust have, you will. So let us know.
The
and
W?
Yeah, go for it.
The W would be getting to work with incredible people, man. Like,
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. I love my talent. I love my team. From literally the juniors to the all the way up to Benji. The support. Like, the reason why we as managers at Connect are able to put so much love and care into our talent is because we get it too. Like, Benji's so big on ensuring that we're looked after to make sure that we can look after someone else.
Yeah.
So I think the people make a difference. Getting to make talent streams come true, becoming friends with your clients because you're like, no, you're actually a bit of a vibe. Do you know what I mean? Like that too. Getting to work with incredible managers. And then the L.
Be just a lesson that you've learned, like the biggest lesson that you've learned.
Yeah. I think the biggest lesson that I've learned is actually, do you know what? I was listening to a really good podcast by Emma Greed, this girl called Emma Greed, who's like launched incredible companies. And she had mentioned something on only speaking when you have something to say.
Mm.
Like, not just speaking for the sake of speaking. Like, if I'm going to speak, I want it to be something of substance.
Yeah.
I don't want people to remember me based on like a random, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
fluff.
Yeah.
So if I don't have anything to say, finding like calmness in the silence. And if
Yeah.
I do, then I want it to land and stick.
Yeah. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I love that.
Makes perfect
I
sense.
love that.
Thank you so much for joining us today. If you look at that camera and let the people know where they can find you.
So you can find me on Instagram. It's Safiyah Anisa. And you can find Connect at Connect Management, or if you are a micro, you can find Connect Academy also on Instagram. So both companies are on TikTok and Instagram.
Amazing,
Come
amazing.
on.
Thank you so much for joining us. Guys, as you know, we got the Patreon. So if you want to hear from Saf on her top tips of how to get paid as a micro influencer, that's going to be over on the Patreon. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Try it.
Sup. And we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.